Good morning, everybody. Just thought I'd make a quick video to see how my week's going. It's currently Wednesday, got my diary in front of me, Wednesday the 6th of July. And let's start off with Monday, eh? So Monday, I was already loaded Monday morning. I needed to be up in Glasgow for 8 AM. Actually worked out quite well because I had a delivery to a site and then a delivery to stores, and I sell the odd bit on eBay, and I had some hardback comics up for ages, and on Sunday one sold, and it was delivering to Glasgow, so I thought I'd have a look at the postcode, and it was 10 minutes away from my first delivery, so packaged it up, threw it in the van with me and dropped that off first thing in the morning at 7 AM, post it through a letterbox, and then went over to the site. The lads didn't arrive. I got there about 7:15. The lads didn't arrive till 8, so I got delivered at 8, and it's about 45 minutes over to the warehouse in Glasgow. You got delivered there, so yeah, pretty good morning. And then it was the waiting time to sit around, wait, and try and find something going back south, taking me home. If any of you come up to Scotland often from like the Manchester area like I do, then you know getting back down south isn't the easiest task. Eventually, at about 10:30, I got a job picking up from Motherwell, delivering some car parts just down to Carlisle. So got my part of the way back, and then I drove back from Carlisle empty home, about 110 miles. Not great, but I made good money for the day anyway. And I had another driver out that I subbed out on the CX. He was collecting in Tunbridge Wells and delivering to North London. A customer phoned and said he needed an extra long wheelbase. So I booked an extra long wheelbase, sent him in, and it turned out to be €1 pallet, about 200 kilos. So I could sent a small van, but never mind. Still get paid for the extra long wheelbase, because that's what they asked for. Right, so let's move on to Tuesday. Tuesday. Monday night, I had nothing on for Tuesday. I'd bid on a load of work on the CX. Customers were a bit quiet. The main guy that I deal with one of my main customers, he was away, so I was dealing with another guy who don't really like doing much. So yeah, so he said there was nothing on, and that night, that's probably about 6:30, he phoned me and said, I need you in Tunbridge Wells at 8 o'clock in the morning to do a collection going into London. I don't know where it's going in the minute. I'll let you know in the morning, but be in Tunbridge for 8 o'clock. So obviously I live in Manchester, so I had to drive all the way to Tunbridge empty, but I get paid for it. Got to Tunbridge, and but I got there quite early. I always leave early. I give myself like an hour in case I need to pull over and take a bit of a rest or have a walk and wake myself up if I'm tired. So I got down to Tunbridge at 7:15. No one gets in the warehouse there until 8, and so I was just sat chilling out, relaxing, and another van pulls up next to me. It's one of the drivers from my ex-employer. I know the driver really well, worked with him for over 10 years, and yeah, it was a strange one. He was alright. He can be up and down, he can be a bit arsey, he can be normal, but he was alright that day. And then the warehouse opened, so I said, I've got a collection going into London. And they said, it's just these 3 antennas. They're going to this site in Harrow. So I thought, Harrow, right, okay. So I phoned the customer who booked me in. I said, is it going to this site in Harrow? They were like, no, it's not. It's going to North London. It's going to N13. So I thought, all right. So I asked them again, and they were like, oh, we'll make some calls. So between them both, the customer and the warehouse down south, they made some calls and figured out it was actually going to the exact same site I sent a driver to yesterday, the day before, Monday. They'd not had, so it was going to a comms site, so they needed antennas for the delivery, but whoever had organised the job completely forgot to order antennas, so they had to pull antennas off another job and move them over. But they didn't figure that out until my driver had already delivered the day before, out on the Monday. So yeah, bit of a cock up, but hey, don't matter. I get paid to do the same job twice. So yeah, drove into North London, delivered. I had a quick look on the feed. There was plenty of stuff in and around London, but I needed to get back up north. So I moved out of London onto the M1, and customer phone and said, I got a job for you for tomorrow. It's for one of their other departments. It's the electrical side rather than the communication side. So I said, right. He went, it's just delivering a toaster to Burger King in East Kilbride. So I said, right, how big's the toaster? Because I thought, like, Burger King industrial size toaster. He went, oh yeah, it's not that big. You'll get it on. So I thought, I've got a 4 metre van. How big is this thing? I'll get it on. So by the time I had to get back to Stockport for like 3 before they left, so I couldn't find a job back going up north from London, so I had to just eat the mileage again and shoot back up north. Got to Stockport about 2:30, and this toaster was that big. It weighed a fair bit, but it was tiny. It does 4 burger buns at a time. That was it. It'll fit. Tiny. Yeah, so now I'm currently in East Kilbride. I managed to deliver at 7:30. And I've just parked up in the next to B&M Home Stores in a little retail park around the corner, looking for a job back down. Hopefully find one soon. I keep getting a lot of emails and calls regarding doing like partial house moves, but they're all over the show. Like, we're based in Leigh, Greater Manchester, and yeah, we go nationwide, and I subby quite a bit out on the CX. But I had a weird one from, where was it? Somewhere up in the Highlands of Scotland, and he messaged through Facebook, our Facebook page, and said, I need 2 couches picking up. It's literally a couple of miles down the road to my apartment, but it'll need 2 men to pick them up and 2 men to bring them upstairs to the apartment. So I asked him for a bit more details, and he said, yeah, they've been left on the side of the street, and with a sign on saying anyone can have them. So he wanted a courier to come pick them up, even though they've been out in the rain, and so he could have him. Obviously, he must be struggling a bit. So I gave him a quote. It wasn't expensive. I put it on the CX first to see what people would do it for, and I didn't charge any on top. I just went with what they said. And then he just ignored me. But I do have another house move booked in for later this month, Oxford to Rugby. Yeah, I've not really done many like house moves and stuff. I've done a couple. I've done my own. We moved. Done my mother-in-law's, and I've done friends over the years. So I've never actually charged for any of them. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. Just some cabinets and a desk in a couple of weeks' time. Right, well, I've rambled on for enough now, so I'll let you go. Like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you think of anything. If you need me for anything, just let me know. And I'll make another video, let you know how Thursday and Friday this week go. Cheers.